I felt bad for him now.
Are we live?
Yes, we should be live. So I am using YouTube's new thing, so I hope nothing went wrong. But anyway, yeah, welcome everyone. We just witnessed a horseshoeing, and it took me like days to get that pun, but it's like I was laying in bed at night. It's like, wait, a horseshoeing? Oh, a horseshoe. But yeah, so this was the episode where actually it hit me with the feels right in the beginning when Twilight said, "When I move to Canterlot, we need someone to watch the school." It's like, wait, no, don't move, Twilight.
Stop! I'm getting Vietnam flash forwards.
No, we're not going to talk about anything that happens in the future. But yeah, so this is all about Twilight leaving, and she needs to find a new head mayor, and she picks Starlight right away. But Starlight wants a vice head mayor, so it's kind of like a multiple degrees of choice there, and then which is funny with the ending considering. I mean, Trixie just picked someone else for her, but there's lots of choices in this episode.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't go with Sunburst in the beginning.
Yeah, so they did end up with Sunburst in the end, and I guess that makes sense.
Spoiler.
Although he did have to move all the way from Crystal Empire, but whatever.
Only thing I heard when he said, "Oh, Flurry Heart's getting older," is, "Oh yeah, Flurry Heart. Everyone forgot about her."
Yeah. Who?
She
I'm not
ages.
dating anymore.
So first
Can't
thing,
age.
I want to ask, did anyone else notice Tara Strong's audio in this one?
No.
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 It sounded, it's so distracting to me. There's something wrong with her microphone or her recording setup.
Wait,
Her Blue
what?
Yeti broke.
Her Yeti's on the
Blue
fritz.
Yeti wrote-
Just like mine.
But yeah, for those who don't know, Tara Strong was the only one to record, I think, in California in her home studio, and everyone else records in, like, was it Vancouver, somewhere in Canada?
Yeah, Vancouver.
And it shows in this one. There's definitely something wrong with her audio, but whatever. That's a nitpick. We don't need to discuss that, I guess.
You're terrible little show.
Yeah.
Going
like,
straight into the everything wrong with that no one cares about.
No, it was distracting me for the entire episode, so I have to at least mention it.
I don't know how show staff, like, I just don't know how show staff actually adjusted to her microphone, but whatever.
I like how my picture's not in the live stream.
Oh, yeah, you joined late. Actually, yeah, for the record, you joined late. It's not my fault. But you joined after we closed off the call anyway. But anyway, back to the episode. So it's all about Trixie overhearing the job position being open, and she just assumes it was hers. How do we feel about that? Yeah, the recurring wink.
Well, Trixie,
Wink.
was trying to be humble.
No.
About her.
No,
No.
she's not.
Well, no.
That's
she
the
said
joke.
Oh, okay.
She says she's humble. She's humbled by the decision that hasn't been made yet.
I thought it was kind of interesting to bring back those type of characters.
What, Trixie and Starlight?
No, I meant like the 4 characters they chose, or no, wait, the 3 characters,
Oh.
like there was Big Mac, Octavia, Dr. Hooves, and Diamond Tiara's mom.
Haven't seen him
Speaking of
talk since.
which,
So is Diamond
Why
Tiara's
did they
mom
call it-
spoiled rich or spoiled rotten? What's her name?
Her name was Spoiled Rotten, I
Spoiled
believe,
Milk.
or Spoiled Rich.
I think
Or
spoiled
Rich.
milk or something.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
go
know.
with
Why
spoiled
can't-
milk.
She's the only one
Why
who's
can't I
name I'm
have
not
a
sure.
Why can't I have a name like Spoiled Rich, where I'm like Filthy Rich?
You're
or
just
something?
born rich. Well, yeah, your name would
Yeah.
be Silver Spoon then.
That's because you chose to call yourself Tootsie.
Yep.
Oh,
So yeah, Starlight has to go through the selection process, and obviously that's full of shenanigans. Each character brings something unique to the table, good and bad.
I like the little. I mean, it kind of sucks just because Octavia should have got it.
Yeah, Octavia was actually really good. What did she actually? I mean, every character had like a problem. Obviously, Big Mac wasn't very talkative. Doctor Who was like focused on his work. Spoiled is just spoiled. Trixie is Trixie. But yeah,
Octavia was because her music would get in the way.
is that all it was? I thought that was a good
Yeah.
thing. Like she
No,
walked
she
in the room-
said she wouldn't have
The
time to work.
school
on
getting in the
music.
way of the
okay. She,
music.
she was busy. I mean, every other character had like something on screen that was wrong with them, but I think she was just busy.
Yeah, she's just busy. Which
Well,
man,
no,
I would
Dr.
love
Who's
to
is
learn
just-
music from
Dr.
Octavia.
Who's is
That'd
just
been awesome.
Dr. Who's is
boring
eccentric.
science teacher.
Are you
He's
kidding me?
a
Have you ever
boring
been in a
science
science? Have you ever seen a science teacher? They're all boring.
Really?
I've met a few really good ones.
Unless they're Miss Frizzle.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that little look on Starlight's face right when Doctor
Yes.
said, "I discovered time travel."
So
It's like, oh, God.
I didn't get a screenshot of it, but we should
Oh.
explain for the stream. When
Ew.
Dr. Hooves mentioned time travel, Starlight cringes, and it's so obviously a callback.
No, don't mention that. No.
I love the callback to the 100th episode. Like out of nowhere, Vinyl Scratch just appears.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed when they do their little musical thing. It felt like a discount version of episode 100. Like something was off about it, but whatever.
I actually
Mhm.
liked
Well,
it.
it
because-
probably didn't have the full version.
Well, I think the difference was it wasn't Daniel Ingram. It was what's his name? The background music guy.
Stefan Andrews.
Yeah. So like it wasn't a real musical track. It was more like a little short thing for the background, but still, whatever.
It was still kind of
More
cool.
nitpicking.
Can I point out something?
Sure.
Yes.
Why call it Vice Headmare if you have like Big Mac and Dr. Rouge there?
What
It
you
would
think?
be a
Head
Vice
Stallion, I
Head
don't know.
Stallion.
Oh yeah, would Big Mac be forced to be called a mayor?
I don't know.
Head Stallion.
Also, I like the
what-
joke of him not being able to speak in detail. He just goes, "Yep,
Yeah,
maybe,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like I like that. It's like
yeah."
it's in
Yeah.
character.
I hate
It's a
how
really
real
nice
that.
joke.
I hate how real that parent-teacher conference was. You guys ever been to those? You know exactly how it is.
Yeah, they went all the way with the Gallus' guardian and how cruel he is. It's like straight
Yeah,
up
it's
child
like-
abuse.
I'm like, wow. Where's child
So
services?
deep.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's Griffinstone. That's how it is for them. Like that's kind of good. The show has the guts to have an actual rough situation, without obviously, it's still TVY, but
I know, but Gallus has like the worst. Like, what's the word?
well, yeah, it's
Uh,
canon. It's canon. He's an orphan, right? And Grandpa Gruff cares for him or whatever.
No, Grandpa Gruff, I guess, just saw him outside. It's like, hey, quit eating my garbage.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I hate when the show gets deep.
Yeah, like he actually
I
says
love
the
it.
line. I don't have it written down, but it's something I'm paraphrasing. Like a Gallus. It doesn't matter if Gallus knows like care about him or something like that. Like I don't-
Yeah, and you can see Gallus like, wow, I feel like a piece
Yeah.
of crap.
Yeah. So that was good. Like,
Oh.
and that's interesting because that's that's sad, and they didn't have like a resolution for that. And they didn't magically make everything better. And I appreciate when the show has the guts to do that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same with like Squidlow's wings or whatever. Whenever
yeah,
they
the
have
par-
like a bad thing happen, it doesn't just have to have a magical solution or whatever.
Also, I hate
Bad
how real
things
that
have bad
parent-teacher
endings.
the parent-teacher conference thing was too real. Because I've seen like parents that were just like, how do I know if my child's doing great? Are you just telling me because she's good or because she's unfocused?
So I don't know. I'm just reading a script at this point. Every child gets the same script.
And then Grandpa Gruff is just like, I don't understand why I have to come to these things. My dad was always like that.
But I really did like Big Mac. Like, I got him on screen now. Big Mac, like not being able to express words like that. That's great.
It's just
Yup.
like that grumpy old man who doesn't want to be at a parent conference has to deal with all the stuff for their child, and it's just like, I hate this, or
Well, yeah, to be fair, parent-teacher conference are kind of stupid.
I know.
All
My
right,
parents-
let's not focus too much on the conference because there was a lot more to like in this episode. Actually, there were a lot of little
There
funny
were a few
moments.
things that I didn't really like, and I
Oh,
hate
yeah?
it because you pointed it out the first time we ever watched the episode.
What
The camera doesn't really move at all.
did I say that for this episode? I don't think it was. I don't think I had that complaint in this one.
No, you said when we like first saw it.
No, not for this one. That was the finale. I thought.
No, it was also this one. He said it like barely moved, and I noticed it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this annoys me."
Well,
Move something.
I didn't notice it today, but I guess you're bringing up like the storyboarding could have been better.
Yes, because I don't. A lot of it's
I
just
didn't-
like
no, I didn't-
characters talking and
Yeah,
little
that's
moves,
normal.
and that's
It's
it.
not an action episode. I didn't notice it in this one.
No, but I kind of wish it moved a little more.
Okay.
Eh.
I mean, shot reverse
Also-
shot. Actually, no. I thought the opposite. I recall while watching this just today. I thought, okay, this is a cool shot. Oh, I like this shot. I like the storyboarding in this episode. It is slower and simpler, but it is a slow and simple episode, so it doesn't need to be action related.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there were a couple
Yeah.
cool shots. I liked the shot like past the plant as Trixie came in the doorway, stuff like that, and looked good.
Speaking
okay.
of, can we talk about the plant?
Yes, we have to talk about the plant.
Another inanimated object.
Starlight's
Is that what they're
friend.
called? What was his name? Furnace or something?
Phyllis, was it?
Phyllis. Okay. I
Did
also
it actually
like
die in the end? Trixie like threw it in the trash or something. I don't think
Yeah.
it died or broke. Wait, I gotta
I
skip the end
also-
and find out.
I also like on that little chart back there, like every other character is moving on, and Trixie is just on the side in her own little graph.
Yeah,
So,
she's a special pony.
with the callback at the end, that was a callback to Brian from the movie.
I didn't think it was that, but okay.
It's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, coincidence. Let's call it that. It honestly like it.
All right, so I have to bring up the kind of the climax of the conflict in this episode. It all comes to an apex here of Starlight like totally yelling at Trixie and freaking out, kind of like an all bottled up episode, right? And
Yeah.
I appreciate again the episode went all the way with it. She actually called her incompetent. I was surprised. Like they danced around it. Her actual words were, "At least Twilight's friends are competent." Like not calling her an
all
idiot,
about
burn
but
up
basically
so many
calling her an idiot.
burns.
Now, one thing I really love about this episode is when I first saw this, I thought the episode was gonna be like, ah, crap, she's gonna somehow deem herself worthy. Starlight's gonna be like, you know what, I'll give you a chance. You'll be a head mayor. But no, I love how they just, yeah, we know you're terrible, so here's Sunburst.
Yeah, the conflict worked out well. Like it wasn't magically fixed in the end. Trixie isn't the vice head mayor. It was Sunburst, like you said.
Yeah, I like how they went with Sunburst, and I also like how Trixie was the one. Oh, why not Sunburst?
And it's
Why
also,
is-
I thought it was the perfect combination of both characters doing a little bit of wrong. Obviously, Trixie was in the wrong very early on for just like assuming she should have the position and all that, and not trusting Starlight when she actually says, "No, really, I actually am looking for others too." It's like, I like that's funny. And then of course,
Wink.
wink, the recurring joke with the wink, that was great. And then
Why
of course
is she
Starlight
oblivious, though?
like freaking out at the end, I thought was great because then she has a reason to go kind of apologize for that, and then they kind of come together and they're friends again. And it's all nice and happy again.
I hate Trixie because of her ego, and I also love Trixie because of her ego.
Okay,
And this episode shows it.
Yeah, in this episode, Trixie was very Trixie. I like Trixie though, so I liked her
She
over the
shows her
top.
ego very cutely. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Her ego is annoying, but I also love it.
It's so obviously like a cartoon character. I don't think it gets in the way of the story. It actually contributes to it. I like her personality a lot.
It almost feels like she's too oblivious, though.
I like
yeah,
how this is one of the good school
I mean, that's
episodes.
Trixie.
yeah. I was thinking the same thing, Tootsie. I thought like, oh wow, we actually have an episode that's directly related to the school, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually good. The students are thrown in here just for the sake of being in there.
Yeah, they actually have a
Wait,
reason.
the only one student that did not show up in this episode was Sandbar.
Really?
No, he showed up.
Aw.
Did he?
I thought he was in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
He was in what you call it?
Anyways.
He didn't get a
Yeah,
speaking
Octavia's
role.
All right,
performance.
we are running out of time. Any last remarks before we jump into individual thoughts and ratings?
Don't go to parent-teacher
Bellas.
conferences.
Don't go to parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't
is
go
that
to
the moral of the
school.
story? Yeah, don't go to school at all.
Don't
So,
go to school.
did we ever talk about this? We talked about this briefly before the call started, but her teleportation abilities.
Yeah, I guess that's so. So Trixie teleports an entire section of the bog into the classroom as the field trip, and I guess I was thinking maybe that's what Starlight taught her because we saw her teaching her teleportation in the past, right? Or was that
Yeah.
transfiguration with the teacups or whatever?
That was transfiguration before.
Either way, I
Yes.
guess we can just explain it away as she taught her that. I don't know.
Her
It's magic.
teleportation was a while ago when the anger management episode.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, it does seem like a bit much for someone like Trixie, who's basically a fraud, to actually be able to do that. But whatever, it's fine.
It's a cartoon.
Well, no, we have the explanation that she learned it over time, just mostly off screen.
Okay.
I don't know. All right,
Okay.
let's go ahead and jump into individual thoughts and ratings. We're gonna start off with the Space Pony, or should I call you Kit Kat?
Yeah, Space Pony's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I don't really have a lot of notes for this one. I'm just enjoying this episode so much. Starlighting is just second best to Twilighting. I just need to point this out. I like the fact that Phyllis, how Starlight, Phyllis is just so awesome. I think, too bad he's only in this episode. Trixie is such a dork. The wink. Oh my gosh. Such an adorable episode. I'm kind of glad that Octavia and Doctor Who's came back for this episode and pretty significantly as well. I'm surprised Sunburst didn't came to Starlight's mind right in the beginning. It would be almost like a perfect fit. I'm a huge Starlight Trixie fan, and this is a good Starlight Trixie episode, and so instant 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh, 9.5. That's pretty high up there.
Ooh.
All right, Drummer Shy, what did you think?
I thought this episode was it was a good episode for like parent-teacher conferences, and trying to find your next leader of your school. There was a couple stuff I didn't really like. The mid ending of the episode I kind of like glanced off. I kind of forgot, but it made a good episode for like knowing how to like run a school without just the head mayor kind of thing. Trixie just being crazy and Trixie being Trixie. So I'm gonna give this episode a 7 out of 10.
All right, 7 from Drummer Shy. Hojo Kono, what did you think?
I actually enjoyed this episode quite a bit. The storytelling aspect of it's just like trying to find a new head mayor. Yeah, that's pretty good. and then like they just like go from like place to place. We got to see a lot of new places and well, quote unquote new. We got to see a lot of callbacks. And what the heck are you zooming in on? And throughout the entire episode, like I like the drama, I like all that stuff, and just felt like Trixie was a little bit too oblivious, but I can write that off because I enjoyed the episode, and I give it a 9 out of 10.
All right, a 9. Wow, pretty high rating so far.
Wow.
I'm next, but I'm gonna wrap things up. So we're gonna jump down to Technobite. What'd you think?
I personally don't like Trixie, so that influences my rating, but I think it was necessary for the plot. But there's one very big nitpick that I don't like about this episode, and that's Phyllis's character development. It was very slow and stale, and then they ended up killing him off. So I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Wait, is that a real rating or another joke rating?
It's a real rating.
Okay.
I just personally don't like Trixie.
All right, Tootsie, you're next.
Okay, I just got my burrito, so now I can actually do my review. But I don't know. I don't usually care for student episodes. I don't really care for Starlight or Trixie. This episode actually had a good balance between them. Trixie was annoying, but in a good cartoony way. Starlight was good because she wasn't just thrown in there. I don't know. I liked the episode. I thought it was cute and adorable. When I first saw it, I thought it was going to go down the boring route where, oh, I never gave you a chance to really try. But no, I like how Trixie actually suggested Sunburst, which is great because I didn't see that coming at the end. So I like when the episode like throws me off like that. I don't know. I thought it was a fun episode. I don't know. Don't really have much to say about it. It was good. So I don't know, 7 out of 10. It didn't wow me. It was just good, I guess.
Okay, well, thanks for that enlightening review.
Well, sorry.
Hey, you came late. I probably didn't take notes. You gotta step up your game, dude. All right.
Only like a minute late. Intro doesn't really count.
Nah, it's fine. All right, so I guess that just leaves me. So no pressure on me. I guess I have to. I mean, I enjoyed this episode a lot. I guess just simply because Starlight and Trixie are fun. You know, Trixie's over the top personality is like she's intentionally annoying, but it's a fine line between cartoonishly, hilariously annoying and actually annoying. I don't think she crosses over into actually annoying. Some people disagree with me. Some people think she is just genuinely annoying and don't like her, but I don't feel that way. I like her over the top personality. And speaking of over the top personality, Starlight is very impulsive and kind of gets angry easily. So when you combine those two characters, it's kind of like opposites, you know. Like Starlight getting mad at Trixie is kind of a trope at this point. I think it's happened a few times in the show. And every time, it's always entertaining. It's always entertaining to see them both as friends, but also kind of bickering. And this episode has like a great setup for a conflict, picking the next vice headmare and all that, and Trixie just arrogantly assuming it has to be her, and Starlight actually going through the effort of making charts and figuring things out and all that. So yeah, I don't know. I like everything about this episode. I don't think I actually really have any criticism. I mean, like the music during the episode 100 callback fell off compared to how amazing it was in episode 100. And obviously Tara Strong's audio was a little bit weird, but those are technical nitpicks. The episode as a whole was great, so I don't know. I was thinking 8 out of 10, but as I'm talking, like I can't really find too many flaws. Maybe that'll be higher, but for now, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. So let's go ahead and calculate our average. Drum roll, please, for Little Shy Live Stream's average rating of a horseshoeing is 8, exactly.
8.
Yeah, so this one's
How
an
come
8
when
out
I
of 10.
get
Really?
Yeah.
I heard so many 9s.
Well, it's actually
Just two.
8.08, but obviously we'll just round that to 8.
I gave it a 7. I took you guys down.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's right.
Actually, I gave a 7.
Ooh. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by, guys. We're going to be going live every week as new episodes roll, new credits, you know. So hope to see you guys next week. And
Until the finale.
yes, until the finale. We'll probably still
Then we
figure
all-
something out, though.
Then we'll be watching Philly Fantasia.
Yes, maybe we'll review Philly Fantasia on here. Actually, I'm actually not against the
I
idea,
will
but
not,
we'll figure.
dude.
We have time. We'll figure that out in the
Ooh.
future. So thanks for stopping by, everyone, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Go away.
Bye.